This is Food Wars. We are talking about my old best friend, bread. Are you ready for this one? Come on back. Alright, you're watching LiveLeanTV. I'm your host, Brad Guthrow, and this is Food Wars. This is the segment where we take two foods, we put them head to head, and we figure out which one should be in your garbage and which one should be back in your cabinet. Now, we are talking about bread today. This came as a viewer request from many of you wanting to know what is the right type of bread we should have in our diet. Oh, bread. I used to love this stuff. If you knew me growing up or if you saw me in college, I lived off of bread. But it actually caused me some issues. I was storing fat, I had skin issues. My hormones were really all thrown out of whack because insulin was raised and it was really messing with me. So it wasn't until I actually got bread out of my diet that I really started to see changes in my body, both from a body fat level as well from a skin level, my skin clearing up and everything else, that I noticed major changes. So personally speaking, I don't eat bread very often anymore, and that shocks a lot of people, but you just get it out of your diet and you really don't start to crave it anymore. If you want to lose weight a lot faster, I'm going to tell you just to get bread out of your diet. Speaking personally from my own experience, speaking from my clients' experiences, and speaking from other fitness professionals' clients' experiences that I talk to, when you get bread out of your diet, the fat will fall off. So first of all, if you can get bread out of your diet, do your best to do that. And I mean, I know I can hear all the boos and the hisses and the, what am I going to eat? Trust me, once you start eating a clean diet of whole foods, you really won't miss this stuff. But if you can't get bread out of your diet, I'm going to show you on this episode here to make higher quality decisions on choosing which bread you're eating. I'm not even going to talk about white bread because hopefully by now you know white refined flour should be out of your diet. That's just a given in today's society. But what about whole grains and whole wheat? Now, if the product says it's whole wheat, does that mean everything is equivalent and everything is equal and that it's healthy? I'm here to say no, it's not. And you're going to learn very quickly while we analyze these two products here. So this here is your standard traditional 100% whole wheat bread. This here is your sprouted organic whole grain bread. What's the difference? Well, the sprouting process is where the real difference comes in. Now, the sprouting process actually releases the vitamins and the nutrients in the grain a lot easier, and the enzymes can help your body assimilate and actually absorb the nutrients better, just based on the actual sprouting of the grain. That's the major difference between these two. But what about the nutritional label? Let's check that out as well. So in the conventional 100% whole wheat bread, we have about 85 calories per slice compared to the sprouted bread, which is about 55 calories per slice. The fat levels are about the same. So carbohydrates, this one is much higher. It has less amount of fiber in it. And protein, this one has more protein as well. Once again, sprouted comes out on top. But let's go even deeper. I want you to start looking at the ingredients first and foremost of any kind of foods that you eat that contain more than one ingredient. So let's look at the ingredients on the conventional whole wheat bread. First ingredient, whole grain, whole wheat. Okay, that's a good thing. Water, okay, we're good. Third ingredient in bread, sugar, glucose, fructose, which is high fructose corn syrup. You need to get out of your diet, and that is the third ingredient in this bread. We also have the vegetable oil, canola or soybean, and if you haven't watched my Food Wars segment on cooking oils, you can click right here, and I talk to you about getting vegetable oils and canola oils out of your diet. And then there's a bunch of other science experiments in there that we can't even pronounce the ingredients. Now, you'll notice when you look at conventional bread on the shelves in grocery stores, it just sits there. It sits in room temperature, and it doesn't seem to get bad for weeks on end. That's a little bit strange because the difference with organic sprouted whole grains, this stuff is only found in the freezer section. because it's so pure, there's no preservatives in it, so if you left this sitting on the shelf, it would go bad in a couple days. So let's look at the ingredients on our sprouted whole grains. We have organic whole grain sprouted wheat, organic flax, we have water, we have organic cane sugar, and pretty much everything else in there I can pronounce. I know exactly what it is. There's no preservatives, there's no science experiments in there. To conclude, if you're looking to keep bread in your diet because you just can't get rid of it, try to go with organic whole grain sprouted grain bread. Don't fall for the label. Don't just go for 100% whole wheat. Make sure that it doesn't contain the vegetable oils, it doesn't contain the wrong kinds of sugars. Choose higher quality ingredients. Freezer section for bread. Do me a favor, if you really want to take your body to the next level, you want to heighten your energy levels, you want to lose fat faster, take 14 days and get bread out of your diet and just kind of see how your body feels. Notice how you change. Just give it a test. 14 days, see what it does for you, and if you get dramatic results, try to keep the bread out of your diet on a more extended period. Okay? I'm Brad Guthrie, this is Food Wars. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, click that like button below. Leave a comment for what you want to see on future episodes of Food Wars. And of course, subscribe to this channel. We'll be talking again soon.